Welcome back to Jinx Did Nothing Wrong, and it is the second day of the month. Now, if you're new, and I didn't realize until I went to the Reddit, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of new people coming into the Path of Champions. And I wanted to kind of just share, I realized I just hit the Path of Champions. I wanted to say it like a man. But I realized that when I first started doing the Path of Champions, and specifically the monthly challenges, it was a pain in the ass. Like, it was so hard. I didn't have as many people, 70 fights, whether the rewards you like them or not. So what I feel like doing is giving you guys a little bit of a tip. Now, if you guys didn't see, I'm going to try to remember to put the link on the upper right hand corner. You should see a little wapa pop up out of nowhere, and that is how to reset a run. So if you go into a fight and all of a sudden all players start with 3 spell mana, all spells cost 1 less, everything has spell shield, and you're like, oh man, LeBlanc would be great for this, and you play it with LeBlanc and you're about to win, but then they did something stupid because you're unfamiliar with the deck. You didn't know how Sejuani's deck works. It's your first time playing against her, and I really want to do a really extensive guide, if I can, if you guys are interested anyway, about like every fight, and like specifically like Sejuani, and then maybe breaking down certain, like, these all players start with spell mana. There are certain champions that are good for these type of fights, and I might like try to do a full-on breakdown. But just for this video, obviously, like I said, I'm already saying that I showed you how to reset the run. So if you just were about to get cheese, you can turn off the thing. I have a whole video on it. Turn off the thing, completely exit out of it, come back in an hour or two, actually mostly like maybe 2 hours or so, and then boom, shakalaka, you can do that fight again. But what I wanted to show here is the manipulation of the actual list here. Now, I was never told this at all. I was never told this at all, but pretty much if I do these 2 fights, right? Let's just say I do challenge 1. So I'm sorry, challenge 2. I'm gonna do challenge 2 here off camera, and then I'm gonna do challenge 3, and I'm gonna show you guys the fun little secret, right? So hold on, give me a second. Also, while we're here on this screen, no one told me this either. Maybe there was a video I missed about Path of Champions. So let's say I'm reading this, all players start spell mana. What I used to do is that I would be like, oh, Kindred would be really good for this, right? And then I would back out. I'm like, oh, but what are Kindred? What are Kindred's relics? Oh, she doesn't have anything. Oh crap, let me fix that up. And then I would go back and I'd be like, okay, monthly challenge. Oh crap, which one is open? Oh yeah, it was this one I was at. Okay, but you can actually do this and click this, and it will go straight to the screen. Now the problem is if you go press play adventure, it actually goes back to the screen. What you do, you click this, you pick Kindred, click this, change the relics the way you want it, and then you press back, and it puts you right back here with that character selected. So that's like one little cool tip that I wanted to showcase as well, because again, no one ever told me that. I just figured it out, or maybe you're watching someone and you figured it out. So just for fun and giggles and stuff, all players start with 3 spell mana and they cost less. So spells cost less and every unit has spell shield. My initial thought is to go with someone that affects their own units. You affect your own units, not affecting theirs. That's kind of how you look at that. And let's see, like a Yumi would be fantastic, or Vayne. I like Vayne, or Poro King seems pretty fun, and you know what, he's very low level for me, so yeah, I like that. I like that. Another fun tip, at least that what most of us do in the monthly challenge, is that when we're doing this, I hate that they do support champion, but you know, you try to kind of base it off what you're doing. But most of us always go towards the champion item chest to make sure that the other champion, you have a higher chance to get your champion that you want. But some of these are really good. This is the Ethereal Emitter, one of the more famous you know, nodes. So always double check what the nodes do, but most of the time you go towards the champion item chest, so that's just what we normally do. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so Poro King clears that. Well, I decided to use the Can you shut up? I decided to use the Poro King to clear that, is what I should say. Honestly, not the best choice. It was a little slow in the beginning, but it's an early challenge, so it's not that bad. Like I mentioned in the last video, is that these count as adventures. Another good tip while we're here is that if you need anything that's a 3-star adventure, you could use the Spirit Forges on that. So as you can see, I cleared 2 of them, and the rest of these encounters are still locked. So now I'm going to clear this one, and you'll see what happens when you clear this one. So what is this? The player starts with 2 extra mana gems, but doesn't get any more for the round start. So pretty much, if depending on if your character is 2-star or not, then you'll get, what is it, 4 mana, right? 4 mana, but you won't get any more. So someone that can work within the confines of that, or you get someone that just reduces the hell out of the cost of the cards, like Janna, something of that nature. So should be pretty easy. Definitely, I want to also say, definitely save your heavy hitters for the harder challenges. So anyone, this is the hardest part about the monthly, is like I could easily kill this with like an Aatrox, or not just specifically this, but in general. Yeah, like there's a lot of crazy champions I could use to just demolish this, but I'm trying to find the character that can kind of beat it. But also I don't really need them later on because they're stronger, and that's why this tip is going to be really useful. All right, we went with Samara for this. Nice and easy. So now that we cleared the 3 challenges, you would be like, okay, it's going to reveal the next 3. But as some of us know, I feel like some people know this and some people don't, is that now I see I get 4, 5, and 6, and then most people go 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9 pop up. It doesn't always, or sometimes they'll show 4 or whatever, but if you actually just do this one, the one nearest to the bottom, it actually will unveil the next one. It is somehow coded that if you clear the one at the bottom, it will reveal the next like 3 or so like that. The reason why this is so beneficial is because you want to save, as I said earlier, you want to save your heavy hitters, right? Your heavy hitters all the way to the bottom. You don't want to use, I don't want to use ASOL for a 2-star challenges. There are 5-star, I think like 4.5 and 5-star challenges. You want to save your big guns for that. So if you can get to that first, clear out the hardest challenges possible, and then whoever's left over. So a lot of the times I'm like mid-maxing, and then I'll have 3 things left of Aatrox. Aatrox is, as you see, level 30, 3 runs left on him. That allows me to super beat like a 2 or 3-star challenge that I left behind. It also allows me to leave behind anyone that I want to give a Spirit Forge to when I get the thing. So we're just gonna do this. It's kind of telling me use a Noxus character because they get cost reduction. You don't always need to do that, but usually my Annie's never this high level, so I could now use her for these earlier challenges like I used to, or I could save her for a later challenge that I feel like it would be more beneficial to her. So I have a little bit more flexibility. Like my Samara is not too high level, so since this is benefiting her, I'm gonna use her again to unlock this, and I'll show you guys after. Adventure success. All right, so now you guys get to see it. So I ain't lying, and I also need to do this to make sure it's still in the game, right? So as you see, 4, 5, 6 was done. Now 7, 8, 9 is open. And what most people do, they'll just keep going now, challenge 9, open it up, and then they'll keep doing that all the way until they get down to 70. Clear out the hardest ones that they can possibly clear, and once you do that, you'll be in a really good position to then nitpick. You could, like, again, you can pretty much use, so like, where am I even in the 3-star challenge? I'm still not in 3-star challenges yet. And as I said before, let me just go to, I don't know, Alawi. She should have a blue thing. Yeah, this is the perfect time, the absolute perfect time if you're trying to Spirit Forge someone. Is it as it reads before I get out of here? Spirit Forge, win a 3-star adventure. You can literally fight one thing, it will count as a 3-star adventure, and then you get a purple slot. This is the best way, pound for pound, to get a purple slot. So if you're looking for a purple slot, save one of your runs on a character that you've been prepping it up for, and then boom, knock them all out. Have them fight something that they probably already can beat, because if you're giving them a purple, I'm assuming because they're sick nasty with it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. A short video. I'll try to give you guys an actual gameplay video to accompany this, so you're not lonely. I know you don't want to be lonely, baby, but make sure that you like, comment, subscribe for more tips. And if I can, like I said, I might try to put all of this. I might just do like a champion one, like based on the champion, like a Karma fight, a Caitlyn fight, because that actually can transcend not just the monthly challenges, but like the challenges in general when you're doing something. That would take me a while to do though. If you guys are even interested, or are you just interested in just seeing me do goofy fun stuff. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'm out. Peace.